Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. My name is Invi and I will be your caster for the evening. And what a stacked lobby we have. We have some soldiers coming in, or some, I'm missing the word in English. Some legionnaires coming in from the Americas. Because besides of Team Falcons, we also have Team Furia, and Purdy Curty is also joining us as sub for Team Lirili Larila. And who else will be in the scrims, you asked? That's something we'll see right now. Let's hop over to the leaderboard, and there it is. We'll start with 180R. Akatsuki are joining us. The BB team, Bushido, Don't Panic, Eternal Fire, Fairy Tale, Furia, Hive, Lirili, Larida, Natus Vincere, Team Falcons, The Miss-Off, Twisted Minds, the Ultra South Stuckers, Virtus Pro, and Purple Swords. Those are our 17 teams for the day. And once everybody is seated and ready, we will start with match number 1 today. And it looks like we are loading in. So we'll have a few seconds remaining. For everybody having trouble with the Twitch stream, I reckon you head over to my YouTube, because I'm also live on YouTube as well. I'll try to keep both of the chats in the eye. I'm not quite sure how good I'll be able to handle that, but I'll try to answer any questions you'll have. For those of you on YouTube who have trouble viewing it on YouTube, or if there are any issues on YouTube like lower quality or something, please head over to the Twitch and the stream there should maybe look better. I'm not quite sure because we are having the same settings on both theoretically. But yeah, we'll see. All right, yeah, I see I have the wrong date in there. We'll fix that. And I also have some trouble with my microphone again. But we'll fix that hopefully as well. And then it should be better in a few seconds. Before that, I have to position my camera, because we are going live with match number 1 on Miramar. Let's hop over. So as you can see, we are live on Miramar. I'll disconnect my mic shortly for a few seconds, so bear with me. And this should sound... no, it doesn't sound better. I'm not quite sure why that is, but I'll try to find out why that is. Because normally everything looks good in the settings. We have the high pass filter, we have the de-esser. I'm going to de-ess the de-esser. So the noise gate might be troubling a bit. I'm going to lower the threshold a bit. Hopefully that works better. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still in the in my mission, or on my mission to find the correct settings. All right, date in the title should be fixed, at least on Twitch. Shouldn't need a fix on YouTube. That looks better. Which means we'll hop into match number 1 shortly. And as you can see, our plane, well, leaves a bit to be desired for the teams. There is a, well, big spot of land which is not reachable, which is everything right here in the north of the map. Everything to the south should be reachable for the teams. And we'll see where they will drop with that limited space. Right here in match number 1. The plane is coming in. I see I need to disable the debug settings as well. Most likely my colorblind mode. We'll fix that in a second. There we go. And we done that. Now we are in match number 1. As you can see, first teams to drop out are Lirili Larila, those right here in dark green. The BB team, the Ultra South Stackers, Furia, Fairy Tail, and Bushido, as well as Eternal Fire. Then we have Twisted Minds, Team Falcons, 180R, and Virtus Pro, as well as Navi and Hive, as well as Don't Panic, Virpal Swords, and Akatsuki, as well as last but not least, TMO. And it does not look like we might have a hot drop situation so far. First today are always the coaches. We might have a bit of a situation here between VP and 100 ADR, as well as maybe between Vubuki and Zubila. Not quite sure. Aside from that, everything looks clean. Hive will try to loot some Martin. Team Falcons might be in for a bit. Let's see. Vubuki did land on a building, and Zubila is quite close, but has taken a car. He's trying to get away. Shots by Vubuki, but no lock. And therefore, this situation has solved itself. Circle shifted to the eastern part of the map. Good position for Navi there around Cantera. Then we have some shots from Flores in the direction of the Falcons. Not looking like he might hit Shrimsy there. So aside from that, nothing new. So, let's see. Valdemar played by Lirili Larila together with Purdy Curti, one of our Legionnaires for the day. Playing together with Fantosi, Xerox, and Hyper. Then we have our second Legionnaire team joining us right here in the PUBG EU Pro Scrims, which is a South American team with Gisera Cohenson, the Kraken, and Posse. Furia, one of the bigger teams in SA. They did prove themselves quite a lot. Then we have the Ultra South Stackers with Bufax, Meisters, Mixu, and Kartoffel. BB team over here. Winners of the PGS 7, Besto, Aduzi, Ermac, and Model. Today they are playing with Ermac, so with the code. So there might be one of their players missing. Besto, Aduzi, Molodok, and I think the fourth name. Doesn't mind. Then we have Fairy Tail over here, going for the rotation already. Twisted Minds, Eternal Fire, and Picardo. Shots by Lou in the direction of the car. Wasn't able to hit anything though. Orc on that range against Don't Panic. Well, they didn't panic there. Then over here in San Martin we have Hive. Falcons did play Hacienda and the surrounding compounds. TMO with a white split over here. That's an awful lot of control they have over the circle. And that position here by Justus, that might be key depending on where the circle shifts. Because, oh well, no. That's not where I thought it might be. I was talking about this little compound over here. But yeah, it's still key. Still might be interesting if the circle shifts quite central. And it most likely will. Virpal Swords already having a position together with Zubila over here. VP in Los Leones. They did split Los Leones together with 180R. Then over here we have Eternal Fire. And that might be interesting because Furia is coming close. A bit of honking. And Kraken might be out for the count there. And he's knocked. Schiller, successful. Code Marco takes home the kill. And Furia, yeah, they are quite furious now. But they'll dodge that. Looks like they are trying to still get into that fight, maybe. Taking over this compound up here? No? Looks like they're trying to go further. Well, Gisera does it Dach style. Fahrschule Dach. Over here we have Posse and Quansin There's some shots in the direction of Lucarux, who was also tagged by Navi. But Matt coming closer. Let's see if they will be able to get a good position over here. He has an MK and an Orc. Good for him. The construction on the other side of the road hasn't been taken yet. So he still might be able to get a good position there. On top of the hill. Like before, we have Lucarux, and Verpal Swords was eliminated by Arkadski. How did that happen? Over here, most likely. Yeah, they tried to breach Trino, Shara, and Ustaka. And they did pay with their life. Burizi, Zabila, Razor, and Melman were not successful. Unfortunately, we missed that. Sorry for that. But that might have happened quite fast. Akim is quite close to the certified with a Beamy. Let's see. Oh no, Beamy retreating or retreating already. Oh no, he only. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back, and that's a knock. Nope. While Nakyop gets the kill against Opium Satkit. 8. That wasn't too good. That happened over here somewhere, I guess. Have some shots in the direction of Fury again. Is this in trouble? Lost the tire already. Ultrasound Stuck is looking for a position to play. Akim coming back. Might be quite close to Bushido here. Taking over the top of the hill. They lost their first player with Opium Satkit, which was, well, one of the first kills in the match. More shots by EB today, because he's playing. Nixie today only on the coach slot. They might change that up. But for now, we have a rare Ibiza moment for VP again. After PGS, or was it after PGS? Yeah, after PGS, he did say he wanted to play less and moved to the bench position. But now he's back, at least for this match, and playing. I'm not quite sure if we have more, or if he did play more matches, but so far, that's one of the only matches I've seen him play in the last few weeks. But yeah, the last cast I did was almost a week ago. If the lobby tomorrow is good, we'll have a cast tomorrow as well. So look forward to that. If you want another English cast. If Mark is not there, then I'll leave Mark to cast this. Or if Gibbs is there. I'll leave them the advantage in choosing. Oh, Arkeen found by Kurexi. Kurexi also has an emergency pickup on the roof. So that might be good for him. Perfectix quite close over here to Hive. But only quite. And they do have an BRDM. Dante already driving around with it. Might be a big target on his back. Let's see if there's any action. Quite close. Next circle will shift. We can see Akatsuki with the emergency pickup, but they don't need that one. Only if they want to land on top of the hills above Impala. Circle shift in their favor, and right now we have a winner example running over Presenti. Twisted Minds are fighting against Hive. Oh, Shangan with the knock. Nade by a rock. That might be a good one. A bit too short and bounces off the tire, but still good enough. Example would need the help of Batu, who's already taken over the angle. Getting shot at from above. Dante coming in with the BRDM. Just running over the turning the Jeep upside down here. That's it with the double knock against Quetpa and Schiller. As you can see, Dante is the last remaining member of 5. Bengal was knocked by Batu. Lead in hand. Ooh, that's a flying Mirado. Not quite sure if Hive will retreat now. Looks like Dante is not really willing to play forward. While we have the Falcons now arriving in that position. Batu, the last remaining member on his feet. Rimsey has a good angle maybe against Batu. Kick with the kill against Example. Twisted almost down now. Good nades. Good, no, that's the wrong direction. Moving over and Shremley coming in from the side, and that's it. 4 twisted mines. And that few seconds I could have stayed on him. Dante still driving around with the BRDM. While Navi takes out the last one from Eternal Fire, which was the match. Let's see if we have any other situations close to each other. Akatori, hello, is quite close to Mixu there. I lost Fairest and Accidents already. Kartoffel spotted. Nice shot. Not good enough though for the knock. Still throwing his best shots from Chara now. That's over range. That's the Ents compound over here. You can see 2 facts for the Ultra South. Stuckers on his rotation. Taking over. Oh, the dip? Yeah, they're taking over the dip. They might take over the compound as well. Kartoffel is already going for it. There's no one shooting there. There is no one there. Arcus now with the knock against Nedex, which is where I wanted to go. But it looks like a range knock. Well, Global Army says, hey, I found an airdrop. And I guess there's a Groza in there and he's leaving it there. Bro, what's wrong with you? Bufax knocked by Chara. Let's see if they are... Nope, they're not willing to go for it. Oscar now with the knock against Flores. That happened over here on the ramp. He's next with the MK14. Not quite sure why they didn't take the Groza, but Flores, well, your own fault. Agenda moving up. Together with Chara. They're leaving the Ants compound. Pizarro with a kill against Saucet. Right side driving backwards. Not quite sure where he wants to go. But at least he knows how to drive. Unlike some other people. And the kickstart tick and H1 on the way into the circle. Oops. That's not where I wanted to go. Sometimes the observer mode is crashing out. Didn't want to go to Dante, but well. Oh, Kufax. One against Manny. Oh, he did some damage against Rimsey. Molly over there, and that's it. Molly was enough. Pufax is knocked and burns down. Kill for Shrimsy. And the Falcons. This right here is the outskirts of the circle. H1 still on his way. The back, we can still see Hackatory as the last remaining member for Navi. Same goes for Dante as the last remaining member of... Oh my god. Last remaining member of Hive. But, good thing for him, he still has his... his almost broken down BRDM here. Circle quite small already. We can see Higgs was called back into the match. That's the reason his logo was missing. Has found a broken level 3 West. Hopefully someone can repair it for him. Otherwise it might only be enough to carry something. Below him we have Bushido. And to the left Furia on the field with Quentin, Gizera, and Posse. And Posse was knocked out. Gizera trying to get him back on his feet. Will be successful, so Furia still left with 3 players. Fairy Tail searching for a position. While we have over here some knocks against 180R. Empty. Just knock flush against Conf. And drive-by Mixer is strong enough, but he gets eliminated by Quansin. And he needs to run now to get the rest on Posse and Chizera. Tropica and his teammates from Akatsuki trying to get that kill. Crossberg now successful with the next knock, and that's it. GG well played. Crossberg takes them all out. Except for Buki, that was medbay. And that's it for 180R. Oh, Ermark quite close here. Not quite sure if Crossberg knows that. So here BB team will move forward. They'll try to go for that fight. Ermark with a knock against medbay. That might be the situation a Doozy and his teammates need for that push. If it wasn't for Crossberg, nice nade. Gets a second, gets a third one. 2 HP left for him. And this only leaves Molodok. Nade in hand. Well, that nade is not good. By knocked. Crossberg. Will be back on his feet. Celtic found. Coming in from the side. Nade. And that might be a good one. A bit too far. Another one. Also too far. Ermark moving forwards, trying to get back to Molodok. Another nade. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Molodok in trouble. How many nades do they have? One more nade for Celtic. And that's an 8. Celtic gets a kill. BB team out on rank 12. While Nidek gets a knock against Brightside. From all the way over here. Jonathan in the dip there. Unfortunately, not much more he can do. And now Navi's coming in behind him. They were recalled. Extons with shotty in hand waiting. For his chance to maybe get the knock against Nidex, but he did move already. Waiting. And finds a burst one, sauce it down. Nedex down to 1 HP though. Fair is knocked as well. That just leaves Axtons, and Justus is right below him. And still waiting with his shotty in hand. Well, Hakatori is somewhere else. I'm not going for the flushes. Empty and Sparta already leaving. There's down, Sausage down, Tiggleton with a hit against Axtons. And right in front of him, Justus! Did not realize that Axtons is still behind him. Unfortunately, Axtons most likely will bleed out against the blue. No chance for him. Oh, that will be over. That's over. I've eliminated on rank 11, and he's still alive. Nedex knocked by Purdy. Nate coming out. That should be a good one. Bounces off the car. Bounces off the other car. Purdy gets a kill. Working forwards. Here those Xerox, the last remaining 2 players are for Lirili Larila. Sparta quite close. Axton down, and that's Sparta with the kill against Purdy. Still in the blue. Empty moving forwards. Xerox fighting against Empty, and Crossberg from behind gets a kill. Virtus Pro so far with a good position here. 0 kills, unfortunately, for them. Well, it looks like Uskan knocked by Bushido. Hawkins with some shots in the direction of Don't Panic. Hopefully they don't panic. Uskan most likely might be dead. Jara trying his best, though. Hawkins knocked Legenda with a nice nade against Shrimsy. Second nade. Both almost on him. Who's on nade? Enough. And it's Xerox coming in from the side with a double knock against H-Win Tiggleton. Another blue zone nade. Bumps up the rock. But might be good enough. He has 6 smokes left. Moves to the left. So that should be good for Falcons. The zone's coming in now, though. And it's pressuring. One of them most likely will not survive this. Okay, gets killed by CCR next. While Furia is facing off against Fairy Tail. Unfortunately, Brightside's nade is good enough to kill him. We'll stay over here. Shrimsy's last remaining player. Finds Xerox and gets a kill. Literally, Larila eliminated on rank 7. Big with the knock against Annie. Gets knocked though by April. Again, spotted. Nice shots here by Crossberg. Not able to get the kill. Barely. There we go. Now from above, Corexi comes in. That's another kill for the Bears. Don't panic. With 4 left standing. Then we have Fairy Tail against Akatsuki. Brightside and April, the last remaining members here. Tropican knocked as well, which just leaves Uska. He's Brightside. Nice spray. Almost getting that kill, but not before April saves, well, the day momentarily and saves his loot. VP with the best position in the circle. At least for now, Don't Panic has to move forwards. They do have an airdrop right in front of them with the farmers and level 3 gear. They might need that. Let's see. Global Army has almost full level 3 gear. Tarkis, level 2 helmet, level 3 vest. Complete fine level 3 gear for CCI next. And another level 3 vest. Level 2 helmet gear for Flores. April has to watch out. Any knocked. The question is, can April go for the rest? And the answer is no. From above, it's Arthur freaking Shelby or Ibiza coming in for the kill. And that means 2 kills so far for Virtus Pro, which is not that much considering what the Bears are capable. 3 kills so far for Don't Panic. They're moving forwards into the circle. 4 against 3 now. EB opening up the angle. Play a bit lower. Has to watch out though. He has no real cover there. He's at least one of them. The cover they have is too good. He has 1 nade left. Beamy with 2 nades and a molly. Garaxi with 4 nades. And on the other hand, we have Global Army with 1 molly. Tarkis with 3 nades. CCI next, 1 nade, 1 blue zone. And last but not least, Flores with 2 nades. Leave aside the additional stuff like smokes and flashes. CCI next spotted, takes some hits by EB, but EB gets floored by his nade. Nice trade from Don't Panic side, which now means we have a 2 against 1. Moving forwards, gets spotted by Flores, and this just leaves Garaxi as last man standing for VP. Don't Panic could get their first chicken dinner today. Or the first chicken dinner today. Garaxi with a knock against Global Army. Not be able to get the kill, though. I doubt it. He has 4 mates, though. Flores tries his best, gets a flush, gets a headshot. At least I don't know what else could have been seen there. Tarkus knocked by Garaxi. CCI next spotted. Garaxi has to watch out because Flores might be moving forwards. The longer he takes, the more and the bigger the chance that Don't Panic might be able to go for the rest. Global Army right there. Molly. Now shots from the side and it's over. GG, well played. Winner chicken dinner. Don't Panic takes home the win with 6 kills. More kills though by Bushido with 10. 1,716 damage by Akatsuki. And last but not least, 5 assists by Bushido as well. We're going to hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 2. And we are back with almost match 2, but before that, we have the updated leaderboard for you. 16 points so far for Don't Panic after match none. Then we have 13 for Bushido, 11 for the players from Fairy Tail, 10 for Akatsuki. Then we have 8 for Virtus Pro, 7 for the Misoff, 6 each for the Falcons and Navi, 5 for Furia, 4 for Lirili Larila, 3 each for Eternal Fire and Twisted Minds, 2 each for Hive and the Bad Boom team. And so far, without points, we have 100 ADR, the Ultra South Duckers, and Whirlpool Swords. Well, let's hop into match number 2, because we are back on Miramar, and as you can see... Oh, I forgot to catch my keys. This time, our playing pass will be a bit more enjoyable for the players, because we have a bit more area they can reach. So this should be roughly, very roughly, bear with me, I'm not good in marking this, should be roughly the area they can reach without trouble. So Tierra Bronca, Campo Militar, as well as Valdemar and Prison are out of the question. Everything El Azahar might be a bit of a stretch, but everything else should be reachable for them. And as you can see, our plane is a go. There we go. And this means we are in match number 2, and it has started. As you can see, the first players have already dropped out, which are, in this case, the players from TMO and Lirili Larila, followed by the BB team, Bushido, Fairy Tail, Hive, Twisted Minds, the Ultra South Duckers, Team Falcons, Eternal Fire, Don't Panic, Navi, Furia, Virtus Pro, EB again playing, 100 ADR, and then we still have Akatsuki, Whirlpool Swords, and last but not least, a few coaches which are still hanging out in the glider waiting for their chance to drown themselves. Wouldn't advise for that if you want to kill yourself, though. Alright, let's see. We don't have any close proximity possible situations here. Arkim is a bit close to Corexi. But aside from that, not looking like we might have any fights. But the circle shifts to the southern part of the map, and that's a good split for 100 ADR, as well as VP, Whirlpool Swords, and Akatsuki. They have the free choice of their possible loot spot, as well as of their possible next spot if they are rotating quite fast. And I would advise for a possible spot around here-ish, because this might be a possible spot close to the center of the circle. If the circle shifts even further south, we might have an ending around here. We might have an ending around here-ish, which might be good for Zabila and his teammates from Whirlpool Swords. But yeah, those are possible spots we might see the teams going for. Akim is still right here in Los Leones. Quite close. We have Corexi and EB looting for new weapons, gear and stuff. Over here we have 2 Mirados. One might be for Corexi, the other one is for EB. Akim, like I said, the player who's closest to them. Over here we have Opium Sat Kid and Higgs. Last round, Opium Sat Kid was the first one to be eliminated. Let's hope this fate does not befall him again this match. But we'll see. Pepper over here for Eternal Fire, playing together with Kurt Marco, Schiller, and the Matt. First rotations are already go. Sorry for that. As we can see, Opium Sat Kid, one of the first players to go for a rotation. Teammates from 180R are following him. Looking for a spot. Just close to the center of the circle. On the back we could see some shots from Akatsuki. And there's an airdrop over here, which might be a light indicator where the circle might shift, and that should be around here. P19 there. So we might have an ending over here around the resort, or even further to the east, which would then mean around this compound over here, which is one of the compounds I meant earlier. And as you can see, Melman is already crashing into the next compound here for Purple Swords. Look in his car, saying, alright, let's see, Chara. Yeah, Chara is willing to go for the loot. He wants that airdrop, and he wants it now. Before anyone comes and tries to stop him, or snatches it away from him. We do see that there is only one BRDM left, so we might have one already on the road. And here are some shots from Navi against Don't Panic. Tarkus, the first one being knocked here by Hackatory. But in the direction of Flores. They will get their way there. You can see Global Army and CCR next moving forwards as well. Rotating quite close to 180R and Whirlpool Swords. Let's see where they want to go. Coming out in the direction of Global Army on the top of the hill. We have VP, which might be the next team Don't Panic has to face. I know that Evie can hear them. Flores running over Global Army. That's not planned, and that's it. After getting first in the last match, they are eliminated quite fast. Right here on rank 17. Oh well. Global Army running over Flores was the hook to the crook, fortunately. 180 yards, still quite close. They heard, and they know that VP is around here. He'll be moving forwards. I'm not quite sure where he wants to go. Might be in for trouble though. We can hear the shots from Higgs and Opie and Sapkid. Example. Gets the kill against Posso, which happened over here. Zero already retreating. Not quite sure who has that BRDM, but it's not Twisted Minds. The Ultra South Stackers? No. Is it the BB team? Does not look like it. Nope. Who has that BRDM? Nope. But the Ultra South Stackers. Not 180R. Otherwise, they would have hidden that one good. Just wanted to say, I'm not quite sure where Kick is running, but he has a golden Mirado. Yeah, or not. Alright, let's see if we can find some more action. There was a knock against 180R. Might have been caused by EB. Or by X-Rather for Purple Swords. He has no damage yet, so it wasn't by EB. Might have been by one of his teammates, though. Corexy, no damage. Lucarex, no damage. Beat me, though. 188. Okay, Marco and Chilla over here. Not quite sure what they're searching. There's no one home. So, I'm not quite sure what they're aiming at. So back to Evie here. Might be an interesting situation. Shots against Mises by Presenti. Mises is retreating. Now the breach will happen. VP coming close to 100 ADR. Opium's Sapkid has to heal. Jake's trying his best. Nade in hand. Oh, nice idea. Got Smolly though. Sapkid switching to the Shotty. Scrims with the kill against Sparta. EMO versus the Falcons. Utility flying in the direction of 100 ADR. From top of the hill, the remaining two players for 100 ADR are joining in that fight. Pepper though, with the knock against Akeem. It's not good for them. Also, Zubila is quite close. Push hasn't happened yet. Well, we can see some mortar fire from Arkowski. Oh, that was a nice hit against that car. Turning it upside down. Vila with the knock against Wabuki. While Hicks goes down. That kid with a Molly. And unfortunately for him, Evie is just better. Akeem, the last remaining player now for 100 ADR. Already retreating from that fight. Doesn't want to face off against Verb Swartz. Maybe his chance to get the chips back and go for the res. Well, over here, we have Empty. Quite close to H-Wen and Shrimsy. Cronin down here waiting for his chance. Together with Justus, the last two remaining players. For the miss off. RVP is still running around. We have our next situation over here between Furia and Arkatsuki. Pino and Charnoct. Kartoffel, Mixu coming in from the side. While Bufex takes the other side. Nice re-knock against Shizera. They just got him back on his feet. Blue Zone Nate coming in now. Molly won't hurt. That Blue Zone Nate might hurt a bit. We'll kill it. Oh, we'll kill him. It's not in the next few seconds. Bit too late. More Nates coming in. Kraken has a rough idea where to go and finds the first knock. With the kill against Empty, found him. Nice knock against Bufax by Colson. This only leaves Mix in the proximity. Legenda with the kill. Because it wouldn't be PUBG Esports if there wouldn't be a third party. In this case by Arkatsuki. And there's an airdrop quite close. We're actually landed over here. Lynx and level 3 gear. Meister's holding the back here for the Ultra South Stuckers. But he's unable to see anything thanks to the sandstorm. Circle shifted to the north. Derox might be down and out. Kill might be going on the count for Navi. Well, we can see there is a BRDM here for Fairy Tale. Hasn't been that destroyed yet. Shots by the Falcons. Destroying a car over here. Quite sure why. Maybe for the chips. Most likely for the chips. And this is something I don't like to see. We might have a city ending. And as you can see, the city is already stacked. We have Twisted Minds, the BB team, Hive, Justus, Bushido, 180R, Akima's last player, Verpil Swartz, Lirili Larila was Purdy, Fairy Tale, and over here Navi, right around, all the way over here. Justus. 1 against 3 situation. He might have a good idea there. Knock against Ross. Nice play. Unfortunately, Schengen was just faster. Gets the rest on Presenti over here. Trying to get the rest on Presenti over here. Well done. Hive left with 2 players. Breezy knocked. Over here we have Eternal Fire and VP already making the move as well. And all the way back over here we still have Furia, the Ultra South Stuckers, and Akatsuki doing that early Ds. Not quite sure who will win this. But to be honest, there are no real any winners here. Breaking knock by Uska. Legenda goes down. And Meisters takes the kill against Uska. And therefore, Kraken is the last remaining member for Furia, while Akatsuki has been eliminated. Going for the rest. Phase 4 might be a tough one. Stops it for a moment, because Mixu has arrived at the warehouse. We can see there's a lot of teams now. Right here in good old Sloans. Falcons fighting against Navi on the top hills. Vila over here. VP, Eternal Fire, 180R, BB team. Everybody is in the city. But we're still waiting for that fight between Mixu and the Kraken. And I'm not quite sure that fight will ever happen. For first aids. 0 first aids. Mixu is in trouble now. Wants to take this one. Akeem eliminated by EB. Which means 180R out on rank number 14. Mixu finds 2 more. Kraken has moved out. Quite sure if Meisters can see him, but Meisters is already in the circle. So he won't be any help. Mixu has found a bike and gets knocked. And Kraken might be happy about that bike. Because he has to move. And he has to move fast. Well, we'll hop over to the city for some shooting. Make you up with the kill against Melman. One thing I don't like is how city circles work. They are always way too close. You don't know where to shift. You don't know where to jump from observer perspective. Because there can be stuff happening everywhere. Twisted Minds now driving into the direction of the Falcons. Nice shots over there by Tick. Getting down Bartu there. He might be going for a push. Has 4 nades left. Pushing too hard though. Shido still medbay knocked. But there's not much happening at the moment. Nobody needs to move. Meisters is the next one who has to move. Furia eliminated. Kraken dies to the blue. Rank 13 for Furia. They got 5 points in the last match. Not quite sure how much they got this round. At least a few kills were in their favor. Turn far pushing forwards in the direction of VP. On the other side, Bushido is moving close. Circle shifted in favor of all the teams in the eastern part of Los Leones. Which means Twisted Minds, Falcons, Hive, BB team, Eternal Far, VP need to move. Birdie's still in his corner there. Luca Rooks gets knocked from above. He has the high ground and takes down Code Marco, which just leaves Quetba, but a nice nade by him. Almost knocks EB. Still searching. Hop over. This is not where I wanted to hop. This is where I wanted to hop. Right side takes out the BB team. Pickleton knocked unfortunately and flushed by Navi. Ramsey moving forward together with H-Win. Fortunately flipping there. Saucer might be able to get a knock. Accents with a knock against Trimsy now. H-Win and Kick moving forwards. On top of the hill we still have Accents. And right over here, Saucer with a good angle against Kick. Nate. Oh, not too good, but good enough. H-Win moving forwards. Kick knocked by Conf. This just leaves H-Win. Oops. Oh, no, please not. Ah, fuck. And we do have a crash. Chat, we do have a crash. Very unfortunately. Let's hope we'll get back into the game into the next few seconds. Hopefully as fast as possible. Till then, you have to deal with my face. I'm sorry about that. Would have been too great if we would have a match without any crashes. But stuff happens. You all know PUBG. You all know how PUBG works in mysterious ways. But yeah, we'll have a few seconds before we'll be back into the match. Hopefully not too much happens in that time. But I can't promise you anything. Because for some reason or another, I have so much trouble starting PUBG. It takes for ages. Even though it's on my M2, my setup is quite fast. But my PC says, no, I don't want to work fast. Why should I? Especially for PUBG. So we're still waiting for it to boot up back again. Hopefully we should be back in a few seconds. At least once. PUBG has started again. It always takes for ages. I would love to have it booting up faster, but, well, can have what you can have. There we go. Should be able to hop back into the match, hopefully. Let's see if we are able to reconnect. Yes, please. And as you can see, we are loading in and we are hearing sounds, which means we are back into match. Oops. Into match number 2 of the day. We lost Falcons. Purdy still alive here. Perching into this little corner. Shots in the direction of Sausage, who has found Crossberg. Shots by Verpal Swords as well. Nice tag there. Gets knocked by X-Razor. Purdy will stay hidden into the little corner. Crossberg is so close to him. Purdy going for the placement points here. Meister's still alive for the Ultra South Stuckers. Bay moving on the other side. Razor with the kill against Sausage. VP moving forward. He be in trouble. Meister's trying to sneak forwards as well. Circle did shift against him. Down to 19 players are there. Like I said, this is a circle which is hard to observe. Nice shots against EB. Accents with the knock here. Are we still on top of the hills? Birdie's still perched in his little corner here. If Crossberg just knew he would be there. Oh, has he seen him? Has he seen him? He has seen him! And that's it. GG, well played, Purdy. Unfortunately, your barrel was shown. Sabila in trouble. Good thing he still has a photal shield. Crazy. Going for the rest. He has a Panzer. Might help against VP. Use it. Going for a push, but unfortunately there's a car in the way. Oh, nice Panzer Barbarisi. Grexy knocked as well. What an 8 from X-Razor, which just leaves Lucarux. Shots in the direction of Meisters. Molly is good. Ah, just barely not hitting him. How the heck? Doesn't even have shoes on. I should hear it. Crossberg there. Coming in from the side from Navi. Twisted has to move forwards as well. Nate from Crossberg against Presenti. Schengen, the last remaining player. Trying to go for the rest here. Crossbird comes in, and that's it. Eliminates both of them. Hive out on ring 6. We're down to 5 teams. Lukerux, the last remaining player for VP. Then we have Whirlpool's Wards. Retreating just after pushing against Lukerux. Think, nah, that's not safe. I need to move forward though. Navi is not able to continue playing from up there. Example, not by Lukerux. I know, by Favorist. Perfectix going for the wrist. Lou has an angle. Crooks down. Example gets a knock against Favorist. Celtic finds a nade against Example. All nades coming out from Bushido. But Twisted still has the BRDM. Moving forwards with it in the direction of Navi. That's a good shoot. We'll move forwards a bit though. Distance. One nade there. Down to our last 4 teams. Matt Bay with the kill against Avila. Now eliminated by Lou. Just leaves 3. Both left with 2. Bushido left with 3. Twisted also left with 2. And by Crossbrook, he still has 3. This is just saying, hey, if you throw nades at us, we'll just stay in our BRDM. It's coming out. Not looking too good for them. Perfectix with a knock against Crossberg. Lou repairing the BRDM. Oh, that's huge. He has the repair kit, so the BRDM has been repaired at least for a bit. They still can use it as cover. Breezy using. Thank you, yeah. Well, it happens. English is not my native language. Matt Bay with the kill against Breezy. Ooh, move forwards. In fact, it was not against Celtic. Nate Baloo should be a good one. A bit too short. The ADM has been blown though. Perfectix killed, and that's it. GG, well played. Winner chicken dinner. Bushido does it this time with 12 kills. 2,432 damage by VP with 7 assists. Speaks or tells that they could have won that as well. So let's see what the other matches have in store for them. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 3. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. As you can see, Bushido taking over the lead with 35 points. VP on second with 19, 70 points for Navi, 16 for Don't Panic and Fairy Tale. Then we have 13 each for Twisted Minds and Whirlpool Swords, 12 for Akatsuki, 9 for Team Falcons. Then we have 9 points as well for Furia, 8 for the Misov, 6 for Hive, 5 for Lirili Larila, 4 each for the Bad Boom team and Eternal Fire, and 3 for the Ultra Sour Stuckers, with last but not least 100 ADR so far without points. So let's hop over. Match number 3 will start shortly. And as you can see, well, it's a good flight path for a change. At least you can reach more than half of the map. Tinlongan will not be reachable. Then we have Jadena City not reachable. And over here, Nanchuan and Ryan, but it's just, well, barely a problem. And as you can see, our plane is somewhere around here. Hello. There we go. That was way too low. As we have Hive and Furia, as well as Bushido and Navi. But that's not the last, because there are still a few teams in the plane, as you can see. One of those being Twisted Minds and 100 ADR, as well as Akatsuki. And then we have one more with TMO. And that's it. As you can see, there should be no real clash. Well, Pufex is quite close to Whirlpool Swords, but I doubt he'll go on the fight and hot drop them. No hot drop here between VP and Lirili Larila. Same goes for the BB team. We're quite close to Flores here. And Conf, or the other way around. Circle shifts. Well, it couldn't be more central, with the mat almost being the middle. This right here might be the center compound for the moment. Question is how long that will take, and we might have an ending maybe around here-ish. But that will be shown. That's something we'll see at the end of the match. Looks like Kraken had some trouble and was AFK for a bit. Because he drops all the way over here. Quite far away from his teammates over here. Not quite sure what happened there, but I guess he might have been on the toilet or something. Or had a crash like me. Who knows? First teams which need to make a move, or which will make a move, are the teams in the middle. And Sausage is quite close to the mat. Question is, will they be fighting against each other? Not looking like it. Sausage is driving around here. Driving in circles though. Now he's driving into the direction of Furia. No shots fired for Quentin. He might be up against the mat. There's a team coming in. And retreats as well. So, still no fight. Dante might be making a move in the direction of Med Bay. That's fired. Dante just ignoring it though. Rotation for Hive. Trying to get a more center compound. Rothberg not with the best scope on his SLR. And waiting for Dante to maybe get into the compound. Driving into the direction of Celtic. Oh, tire Bob. Dante in trouble now. Oh, nice job. Unfortunate. That they jumps out and gets knocked as well. Because we're not sure what to do. Celtic's still a bit far away to join in on that fight. Well, it looks like Hive is leaving. Did not see Crossberg. They might want to hunt Celtic now, though. That's coming in. Celtic flying in. Woo! Crossberg gets the first one, but that's it. GG well played. Bushido eliminated on rank 17. Next team which might get some kills are the Ultra South Duckers, because as you can see, Fairy Tail is quite close with Annie and Brightside. It's not looking like they want to go for that fight. They're just scouting, waiting for them to get shot at. I guess at least. Well, there's a fight over here. Molodok has found some friends in Don't Panic. Has found the new PigFF skin. Like that one. You can read the numbers way better than in the original skin. With a knock against Global Army. That Panzer hit. Another nade. Not good, but good enough. Molotov has to heal. So with the nade, that is a bit too far. Whoa, that wasn't good. That wasn't too bad against Flores. Another one. Perfect against Global Army. Molotov coming around, gets the knock against Flores. Bites the dust, and now that only leaves one, which is CCI next on the roof. Getting shot at from behind by Fairy Tail. Now he's in trouble. Finds Ermac though. And that's it. GG well played. Don't Panic eliminated on rank 16. Which takes care of our second Turkish team. So where are the Falcons? Still around here. H-Win, Rimley, and Bus. Tick. And the Blanco. And Kickstart in the air. Let's see where his way will take him. Comes in with some shots in the direction of VP, and that should be, yes, it is EB in the air. If there's one player who's airborne, it's EB, or a doozy. If there is no ascent in the lobby, otherwise it might be Brexco. Aside from that, no real possible clashes. Twisted will stay a bit away from Furia. Might be getting into the direction of Navi though. Not a Bart who can scout that zone. He's not on a bike on some random hill. He's in a glider, scouting for his team. Using all the possible things he can to get some more intel for his team. So they can move secure. Ooh, and Perfectix. Nice hits from Jizera. Wilkins arrived. Kick still in the air, scouting for the Falcons. Gets shot at by the Ultra South Stacker, so he knows there's someone there. That's by Harper. Another glider in the lobby. It's interesting to see how many gliders we have in this match. The fact is now with the knock against Sparta. Just a spot as well, another glider. There should be around 8 gliders in there or something, it seems. Hedex drawing close. Was playing quite well in the PNC. So, force him, Nedex in trouble. Oh, Perfectix knocked by MT. But they're trying to get closer. Takes with the kill against the mat. Means Eternal Fire lost the player. Maybe momentarily, maybe for longer. Empty. He still has 3 nades and a blue and a molly. Oh, that nade might be a bit too short. Oh no, it's perfect. Blue facing off against Empty, but has trouble because there is some air support. Nedex crashed the tower. Blue though with the knock. Justus had to use his ability to land because fortunately for him, the miss-off might be out, and they are. Kudos to Twisted Minds. Losing Perfectix in the bunch though. Over here, the BB team is in trouble as well. Mark, the last remaining player here. Maybe with a pure chance of luck, he might be able to get the rest in on best. Oh no. On luck, maybe. Well, there are too many gliders in the air. I see at least 2. Caraxi quite close here to Furia, and Apostle with the knock against Caraxi. Nate comes out. Eevee's knocked as well. Lucarux retreating already, says Beamy Man. There's nothing we can do for them. They're down. Nate's over by Furia. It's hard for them to play on the service. Same goes for the Falcons. Let's see. Still in the glider. Has taken a toll though. Lost half of the glider's health. Unspotted by H-Win. One of the 2 BRDMs in the match. With some shots, gets attacking, gets 2 tags, 3 tags. Where's this? Or was that someone else? No. Couldn't have been someone else. Had to be MP zone. Which is unlucky for Melman. Not able to get away there. Even if he wanted to. Background we can see Hive and the Ultra South Stackers as well as Fairy Tale. 2 players left for 100 ADR over here. With Buki and Hicks. Circle shifting in favor of VP. He's in luck. Gets cold air. Well, not in luck. He gets a cold airdrop. Was it P90? Bro, really? Waiting for the airdrop and then leaving, or what? Are you? And he leaves the P90, or what? Are you? Are you mental? Oh, alright, he's just shifting it to the car. Alright. Just when I was unsure. Perfectix coming back now, has to loot. One of the new features in Ranked is that the recall feature has been enabled. So you can use the blue chips like in Publix. Oh, there's the second one of the BRDMs. Melman now on the hunt against Dante. Or not. Decides to retreat here. And 17 HP. He needs to stop and heal. Guess that's what he wanted to do. Before we saw Man Life. Perfectix has seen Legenda there on the roof. He might be in trouble though. The question is, how can he get away here? Especially considering that Schengen is quite close to him. If he gets the knock against Schengen though, that might be huge. Good thing is the players cannot see the traces we see in the match. Otherwise Schengen might know that Perfectix is over here. And he takes the shot, gets a nice hit against Schengen. He needs to move though. Because he's out in the blue. Schengen is in the circle. Retreating. Circle shift in favor of Fairy Tail. BB team coming back here. One for all and all for one. They might be able to land on their loot. But as we can see, Furia is able to purchase them. Oh, and a doozy dies midair. I'm not getting a kill against Hyper though. Best are knocked. No, only though. Molodok might be able to get him back on his feet. Kraken and his teammates pushing forwards. Question is, where is Airmark? Here? No. Where is he? Quite sure. Alpha over here with Melman, and Melman, unfortunately, the BRDM is not Panzer safe. Very unfortunate for him. Molodok and Basto die against Posa and Kwansen. Ooh. Panzer? A bit too far. Using another. Whoop! That was sporty. Everyone is trying to run over X-Raider. Except for Schengen, who says, just shoot him. What's wrong with you? Crazy now, the last remaining player for Virtus Wars. Has seen Schengen there. Wow, the Falcons did use. Oh, breezy. Shut out Baraka Accents with the knock against Example. And Batu, the last remaining two players. Trying to find a better position. Extends gets the kill. Agenda with the kill against Wabuki, which means 180R is eliminated as well. We're moving forward. Sakatori with the MK14 in hand. Furia is still complete over here. Beamy was in knock against Batu. And Lucarux gets a kill against Lu. I didn't think that would happen so fast. Over here, the center of the circle. And another airdrop, which might just land on top of this one. Almost. Katarin now with the knock against Uska. Wants to get Feyris back. That's a good smoke. That's a very good smoke. Almost. All the way back here in the blue, we have Legenda. Who needs to move to his teammates, unfortunately for him, though. Phase 5 is ticking. And it's ticking hard. Ultrasound Stacker is fighting against Akatsuki. Oh, that might be a good nade. Nope. Nade's all too far. Kartoffel almost knocked there. I've coming in as well. Smoke walls! Over smoke walls. It's a knocked by Presenti. Answer, not successful. Works against the BRDM, does not work so good against people. Pushing forwards. Good position now, theoretically, for Hive. 10 kills for them already. So far, they should have the most kills in the game. 1 for Presenti, 2 for Schengen, 3 for Dante, 4 for Rox. DP so far with 4. Navi facing off against Furia, or the other way around. Navi with 4 kills, Furia with 7. They do have to move forward, though. The only one in the circle is Posse over here. Then we have Fairy Tail with 1, and the Falcons currently holding themselves back with 0 kills. Think, alright, let's go for the placement points. We don't need to fight. We don't need to fight. Fox over here getting the BRDM to safety, repairing it. It's also new. You have the repair kit. Has been added to the game now. And as you can see, BRDM is almost 3/4 full. A bit more than 3/4 full. It has trouble though. Fairies with a knock against Schengen. Kartoffel and Meister's proning down here. Lucarux still in the close to the center of the circle. Mimi over here. Proning as well. It's a prone game. Fairies now with a knock against Dante. Might be able to spot Lucarux if he moves up a bit. Hive might be able to spot him though. Oh, yeah, that forward shield was good. That was worth gold. That nade though is enough to eliminate the Ultra South Stackers on rank 7. We are down to 6 teams. Navi, Virtus Pro, Hive, Fairy Tail, Falcons, and last but not least, Furia. Position though for Fairy Tail. We almost run over there by Zira. Gets the kill though. Unfortunately for Posse, he's stuck at the emergency cover. But able to get the kill against Beamy. Lucarux will not do anything. Navi would be smart to make a move now, while the Falcons are maybe making a move. Trimsian kicks out with the C4 here. Nades in hand. Bit too short. Oh, sorry, a bit further. But unfortunately, there's the wall. Now we with some shots in the direction of Hive. And with some shots, Conf with the knock against Shrimley. Take knocked as well, which just leaves one, which is Kickstart. DBS in hand. Still not able to get the knock here. Ah, now he does. And Conf saves the day for Fairy Tail. Falcons eliminated on rank 5. We're down to 4. 2 players left for Fairy Tail, or 1.5. 2 players left as well for Furia. And full squads for Navi and Hive. See if we can get them all in one picture. This is the current situation here. And this is the center of the circle. Dante still driving around with the BRDM. That might be key in the end. That might be key because it's cover. It's hard cover. And if it blows, it does not move that much. We still have 2 cars. Well, 1.5 cars for Furia. I think the emergency cover flares a bit too early for my taste. Already I'm moving close. All fire. Nate. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, well, the RDM's almost blown. Nice nade from Hackatari against Rocks. Another blue zone nade coming in between. Bit too short, and that nade is perfect by Saucid. Holy smokes, he can throw nades. Presenting now the last remaining member. Presenti, not able to rescue Schengen. Might be able to rescue Rocks. Forwards. Fairest and Accent already there. BRDM is... Yeah, facepalm moment. BRDM blows up. Accent's a bit too close. Right side. Gets not knocked. Hackatory with the knock against Kraken. There was theoretically a safe knock for Kraken against Brightside. That nade is way too short. Fira might be in trouble. Nade coming out. Short as well. Next nade. A bit too far to the left. Still makes a bit of damage. And that was too far. Ollie. Also a bit too far. All smokes coming out. Ah, Confess seen Navi. Still left with 2.5 players. Fairest holding the angle while Accents goes for the rest. Conf still has 114 bullets in his P90. Let's see how he does now. The team with the most players. Losing a car, though. But they are also the only team in the circle. Korea has to move forwards. They still have one car, though. Right side. And top moving forwards. Losing their cover, though. Mates coming out. Those are good. That one done perfect. But there was a knock against Kong. Right side. There's not many options. Needs to re-smoke and go for the rest. Akatori throws another nade, which is a bit too far to the left. Or to the right, depending on which direction you're watching. Sneaking forward, Akatori has the center position almost directly on this saw. He's breaking there. Spray comes and is good. Confirming that kill. Left. Knocked again by Possa. Right side gets killed by Varys Nate, and that just leaves Possa fighting against two in the blue, and in the end, Axtons gets a winner chicken dinner. Navi with an 11 kill chicken, but more kills by Hive. Though most damage and 7 assists by Navi with 2,599.71 damage. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 4. Match number 3 is over, and we have a new leader, Navi, taken over. On rank number 1 with 38 points, 3 points in front of Bushido. Then we have 27 for Fairy Tail, 26 for Virtus Pro, 24 for Furia, 23 for Hive, 17 each for Twisted Minds and Akatsuki. Then we have 16 for Don't Panic, 14 for Team Falcons, 13 for Whirlpool Swords, 9 each for the BB team and the Miss-Off, 8 for the Ultra South Stuckers, 6 for Lirili Larila, 5 for Eternal Fire, and finally, 1 point goes to 180R. Let's hop over. Match number 4 awaits. After Rondo comes Tego, as you might have guessed from that, slight mistake by me. But yeah, we'll hop over to the, my second least favorite map, I guess. Some people like it, I don't so much. But we'll see what the map has in store for the players. Because as you can see, we are right here waiting for the plane to start and waiting for the players to make their move. Right here on match number 4. This time I'm too high. Last time I was too low. But that should not hinder us from jumping into the plane and following the players till they will make their move. As you can see, we're starting quite close to Wolong and will end our travel close to Hospital. First to drop out are the players from TMO and Whirlpool Swords, as well as Hive. Then we have Bushido and VP, Furia, the Falcons, Eternal Fire, Twisted Minds, Akatsuki, Navi, the Ultra South Stuckers, Lirili Larila, Fairy Tail, Don't Panic, and last but not least 180R. And as you can see, there's no one dropping close to the hospital, which is quite baffling. This here is a good position with that flight path. And I'm wondering why no one is dropping there. Everybody's dropping quite central-ish, except for TMO and Whirlpool Swords as well as Hive. But that should be a good position to play. Depending on whether the circle shifts though. So we'll see what happens. And it shifts down. So it might have been a good idea to drop there. Nonetheless, center should be good over here for Whirlpool Swords and the BB team. April and Annie going for the car. All over here we can see Besto and Aramak going for the loot. One of my favorite compounds to loot in this match, or on this map, better said, is over here. We can see that Fairy Tail has taken over the compound with Brightside. Currently the center. Emergency pickup already by Crossberg. Saying, alright, I want to go into the circle. And I want to do it fast. Aside from that, no real trouble. Cake still in the air. Dude, we are almost 3 minutes in and he still hasn't landed yet. I guess you can play like that, but it's not too good. So he has salute now. As we can see, take already with Orc and MK. Shrimsy with Ace and MK. And H1 is still not happy with his loadout because he has a pan. We don't want to speak about that weapon on his back. I'm quite unsure what he's doing. I guess he's searching for a 5.56 weapon. I guess. So yeah, you can play like that. It might not be the best idea. Prospect is using the emergency pickup. Trying to get some intel in for his team, maybe. I mean, if he sees shooting or if he's getting shot at from somewhere right below him, might not be the best position to drop. BB team is completely there. All four of them school played by Fairy Tale. Fingers for the left compound. But he could... No, he could not drop the Songnam as well. Shots by the Falcons in the direction of Bushido. Of the remaining three players of Bushido. Pittsburgh now dropping down. That might not be his finest choice. Confess seen him. Pittsburgh trying to dodge that. Gets hit twice, 3 times. A doozy. To knock against Shada though. Winner gets knocked. Iska. Gets flattened by the C4, and Legenda now is the last remaining player for Akatsuki. Before that early in the game. And that Molly and the nade finish off Akatsuki. Breach against BB team unsuccessful. Presenti running over Tickle. That's not nice. BB team has found some new friends with Eternal Fire. Being found. Really might be in trouble if he stays there. Bushido facing off against Tonf over here. That's it for him. Those were too many flashes for him. Oh, they're getting airdrops as well. Nicely planned by Bushido. Let's say it was a plan. Sark's moving close as well for Larila. Venti trying to blow the car. Saying that's trying to hinder the Falcons from advancing. And they are able to get away. Shots fired by Kickstart. But unfortunately, Kick not able to get the knock in. While we have a fight also over here between the BB team and Eternal Fire. Larila has fallen back. Timo, Furia, the two teams still out of the circle. Everyone else has already positioned themselves in the circle. We'll stay here in the fight between BB team and Eternal Fire. One of them needs to get knocked. So we'll have some action here. Otherwise, I'll doubt that there will be anything happening in the near future. We'll just wait for someone to do something. Oh, nice headshot by Schiller. But against Navi, and they're not fighting against Navi, they're fighting against the BB team. Whitper saying, if you're Korean peek, I Korean shoot. Through a little tiny crevice. Twisted going for the beach compound, there's no one there. Aside from that, everybody is in the circle now. I'm not quite sure why we switched to example and didn't sit there. As we can see, Justus is in trouble. Gets hit by the Falcons twice. 3 times. 47 HP remain. That is almost destroyed. Good thing for him, he's right above the prison. And there's a recall station there. So even if he would get shot out of the glider. Trimly spotted by Needex. Oh yeah, there's someone there. Very far shots against Meisters. And Lucarux gets the knock. Holy shit. Where did he shoot from? Oh, here. Oh, that's crazy. Lucarux. He gets attacked by Quanz in there. Everyone is shooting at Meisters. And Corexi gets the kill for his team. The Ultrasound Stuckers are losing Meisters. The kill for Lucarux. Circle shift in favor of Songam. And in favor of 100 ADR. That will be interesting to see. Everybody has to move, and as you can see, there's a lot of movement on the map. And a lot of shooting. Live fire between Virtus Pro and Eternal Fire. We're also quite close to Bushido. Tail in the back. He says no, let's go further. Not a good position. It might be right there. Forwards, coming in the direction. Oh. That's not looking too good for them. Lucarux, the last remaining player for VP. Purple Swords now facing off against Bushido, or they tried to face off against Bushido. Interesting though, Correct is not killed. No, he gets killed. Lucarux dies to Crossberg. And that means VP are out on a rank number 16. Don't panic, quite close to 100 ADR. You can see the BB team coming back. Emergency pickup it is. They want to go for the city. They may try to go for the city. See Furia in the back as well as Hive. City is, well, rough. Right below, we have the players from Larila. Works though only with an M16. Pretty not seeing a doozy shooting there. There's some Molodok with that. Mark right behind him. 30. One more plate. Tozy also quite close. Doozy facing off against Hyper. Mark. Almost. Get knocked by Fantasy. Hyper retreating. That's alright. You can have that. I'll give you that. CCR Nax, Global Army, and Tarkus move forwards against Hive. Or, well, no, rather Hive moved in here. Falcons with good position. And we have another emergency pickup for Eternal Fire over here. That looked way closer in game than it really was. Army with the knock against Schengen. Rocks and luck. Those are Nate just barely scratching him. Backside still. Yuri Larila is hindering and preventing Don't Panic from moving forwards. Why are all the shots against people coming back to go to a fight here? That doesn't seem to be a real fight. I mean, TMO is quite close to the Falcons. Eternal Fire did not take the emergency pickup. Over there, we have Navi and Bushido. And everyone else, except for Furia and Twisted Minds, is here in the city. That was a good night. Nice knock by Besto. Finds Hyper there. Only these Xerox. He finally found a weapon. No, Orc and Mini instead of M16. He's next has some vision. It's Razor. Right here in that little shack, waiting for his time to move. Same as Xerox. Behind Bushido, we have Navi and Shizura. They're not in the circle. Circle shifted again out, kind of out of the city. Tufik and Mixo need to move. Don't Panic will move, and they will move in the direction of Twisted Minds. A nice headshot there by Perfectix. Here. He's in the next. Drive in the direction of TMO now. Turning around. Drive-by against example is good. Question is Lou better? And he is. Don't Panic eliminated. Fairy Tail might lose April. They lost April. Edex knocked as well though. There was a knock. Ah, most likely we'll get the kill. Not. Also trying to go for the rest bright side with a nade in hand, and that should be it. No, Shrimsy does it again. Sparta knock by Shrimsy. Getting the kill as well. Fairies with the knock against Celtic. He gets knocked by Perfectix, and his nade finds Justus. And that's it for the Musov. Razor still in the city. Same goes for Xerox. And we have 5 with Dante and Rox. Over here we have 100 ADR and all the way in the back. Furia with some shots in the direction of Navi. Ekatori might have been spotted by Kraken. Tori prone. He knows that Furia has to be somewhere to the left. Might have spotted Kraken as well. Also moving in the right direction. Next to with the knock and flush against Sheila. Kraken with nade in hand. That's a good nade. And gets a knock done. Rimsey with the knock against Quetpa now. Matt Bay still prohibiting Navi from entering the circle. He goes for Crossberg. It's also with the knock against Kraken. Goes down to the blue. They might be happening to Extons in a few seconds. They're still... Oh, they are still unlooted airdrops here. More shots by Fairist. I'm not quite sure why Navi is still fighting out in the blue. They could move already. Hawkins facing off against Eternal Fire. Fairist goes down against the blue. Not much happening there. But Marco with the knock against Crossberg. Saying, alright, if I can't fight against the Falcons, then I'm gonna fight against Bushido. Gets a Scar a bit to safety. Rank 11 for Bushido. Been spotted. Marco not able to tag him though. Falcons will stay over here. Most is quite clear. Xerox gets a knock against Suzy. And Besto kills himself with an 8. What happened there? From behind. They are coming. Hive. And that's it. Xerox does it again. Rox did not expect him still to be there. And there's Wabuki. Xerox isn't... Well, he needs to move, but 100 ADR is right in front of him. It's not looking too good. Runs in... Not quite sure who that is. That's the public name. And now Kraken, Possa, and Jazira. Matt still fighting against the Falcons. Twisted Minds has taken over the south of the circle. In the east, 180R finally has found Xerox. And X-Razor, well, he still needs to make a move too. 7 first aids remain, or 6. Running in the direction. There's a knock. Possa. Fighting against Annie, now trying to retreat. That might backfire. Right behind him, he has 100 ADR. Right side. And forwards. Nice tag there. Also still waiting for Annie. Now from behind. 100 ADR says, well, let's fight. If you want to fight. Third party is still possible. Also down. Actually still waiting for that chance. Fighting for the circle. Jump, jump, jump up. Side has seen Higgs. Nice spray there. Farmer's not able to get the kill though. Falcons now in trouble. Kick knocked by Hallucinate. That car explosion and that additional nade there. That hurt. Scrims and H were now the last two remaining players. Getting shot as well. I'm not quite sure where they want to go. Still level 2 vest and helmet in there. Scrims only 30 bullets remain for him. Well, Eternal Fire is eliminated by Fairy Tail, and we are down to our 4 teams. Fairy Tail with 2 players left for 100 ADR with a Kim and Hicks. 2 players left for the Falcons and 3 players left for Twisted Minds. Twisted Minds in a good position against the Falcons. They're waiting for Scrims to make his move. Playing for the spoiler position. Nice headshot against Batu. Now's the time for Lou to make his move. Has seen H1. Nade in hand. Might be a good one. It is a good one, but it just blows away the shield. Another nade being cooked way too far. The retreating says, man, I don't want to have anything to do with the Panzer. H1's still waiting for him. Right side and Annie in a good position. Scrims with a knock against Batu. Tactics going for the rest. Still waiting. Sees Scrims. Spray cuts in. Gets the first one. And does not get the second one. But H-Win goes down against Perfectix. And that's it for the Falcons on rank number 4. Right side still waiting for Akeem. Twisted Minds now holding the west of the map. 11 kills so far for them. 1 for example, 2 for Batu, and 4 each for Perfectix and Lou. 100 ADR with 1 kill. 7 so far for Fairy Tail. Akeem spotted by Brightside. Not shooting. That might have been a mistake. In with the spray in the direction of Annie. Right side not willing to give up his position. Rolling back. Shots in the direction of Batu. Right side still prone. And with the shots in the direction of Batu. This might be Brightside chance now, and it is. getting the knock against Hakim. Hicks moving forwards, trying to use the car as cover. Successful for a brief moment. That's a punch. That's the direction of Lou. Position of Hicks is known. That nade almost finishes him. Hicks with a knock against Perfected. Shots now from behind by Brightside, and that's it. 100 ADR is eliminated. And Annie now coming in from behind, goes for the flush and the knock. And now it's 1 against 2. Bartu needs to flush it, sees Annie. And that's it. GG, well played. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And he does it for Fairy Tail. 12 kills for them and the chicken. 2,108 damage though by Twisted Minds, as well as 6 assists. Best that this match could have ended differently. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with Sarangis. Right, let's hop back into the action. First place now for Fairy Tale with 49 points. Then we have 43 for Navi now in second. 39 for Bushido, 34 for Twisted Minds, 29 for Furia, 27 for Virtus Pro. Then we have 24 for Hive, 22 for the Falcons, 18 for Don't Panic, 17 for Akatsuki, 16 each for Purple Swords and the Bad Boom team, 12 for Lirili Larila, 10 for the Miss-Off, 9 for the Ultra South Stuckers, as well as 8 for Eternal Fire and 7 for 180R. Let's hop into match number 5, because as we can see, we are already in the plane. The first players already have dropped, which are the Falcons, Akatsuki, VP, the BB team, then Fairy Tale, 180R, Don't Panic, Furia, Eternal Fire, Hive, Bushido, TMO, Navi, and the Ultra South Stackers. And last but not least, going on to the Snovka Island, we have three teams. Twisted Minds, Purple Swords, and Lirili Larila. Well, 2 of those are going for Novo and the surrounding compounds. With Purple Swords and Twisted Minds. This will be interesting. We have a slight hot drop over here between Navi and the Ultra South Stuckers. We have a slight hot drop here. As Flores taking, not quite sure what he took. The UAZ here. And except for that, everything looks good. Oops. Not where I wanted to go. The fact it's quite close. Purple Swords took Spreezy. He seems to be AFK. He will not die there, unfortunately. Circle shift in favor of a TMO, and maybe is the Snovka touched circle. Hive in a good position as well. Nidex currently in the center of the circle in that compound. That most likely will be played by TMO. Excellent currently in Sharkfin. The Ultra South Stuckers might use rotation right here over the Milter Bridge and then further away in this direction. That might backfire though, because we still have 3 teams on the Snovka Island. So I'm not really in favor of that rotation. If you know there were still more players in the plane after you jumped, so I have to check that out. Dixie finally drowned himself, or is in the process of drowning himself. The Falcons in Georgiopol in North George. Quite close there to the, well, furthest part of the map. Darky, at least when it comes to the northern parts. The longest way, though, is by the BB team. They will be the last team to rotate. If they don't find an emergency pickup, that is. They might rotate earlier if they do find one. Sausage might be searching for Justus already. I'm not quite sure where he's aiming at, though. Back, he might hurt Justus. Might have seen Justus now. And is now retreating, saying, alright, I saw someone. He left. And I'm not quite sure if I can go there. Want to go there. Akatori now in the process of trying and buy him. Because it has his own car. And it looks like Navi wants to take care of this compound here. That plan backfired a bit by Akatori. So far, no real trouble. We can see Purdy and Lirili Larila coming over the bridge. Purdy, one of the oldest players in the game. very well where to go and where not. Thinking about staying there and maybe camping the bridge. Might be a good idea. Parking that car in that spot might not be. I see Nakatori. Great attack with them. Sorry though, with more damage. There is taking over the gas station. I am quite unsure what Lou's doing there, but theoretically he should be on the ferry and not below it. I mean, just theoretically. He's in the ferry. Looking good. Reminds me of the lobby start from match number 2. Where almost everybody in Oasis was hovering in the air. Which looked kind of silly. But interesting. Let's check out the rotation of the Falcons. H-Win Shrimsy tick and a kickstart. Owen in one of the observer slots. Taking care of his teammates. Or in gamer speak, of his sons in the game. Because theoretically, as coach, you are the father of the players. And we have a fight over here. Don't panic against Eternal Fire. CCI next, the last remaining player, facing off against Code Marco. Might be wise for him. Oh my god. Oh my god, everybody's breaching. Bushido facing off against 180L, facing off against Eternal Fire, facing off against Don't Panic. Nekyop takes care of Schiller. Code Marco says, man, I'm gonna stay here. I don't move an inch. Tarkus. Resing Flores. CCR next back on his feet as well. Losers of this fight are Eternal Fire. For 180R. Fighting against Bushido, against Quipper, flushes him, so all 3 teams know now that there's a 4th team in here. Oh, good molly, Nakyop gets knocked, Bushido loses Celtic and knock by Timo. Nidex gets the knock against Akim. Vubuki now. Well, has to watch out. DP also here. Nidex now with the knock against Opium Sad Kid. This is not looking too good for all teams right here. Quite sure where Code Marco is throwing that nade. There's no one there. Next time throw it in here. That might work better. One in there as well. Don't Panic back on their feet. Celtic and Crossberg still knocked, and that might be the chance for Flores here. Mepe gets knocked by the nade from Flores. Who's knocked in the process though. Tarkus is still going for the rest. DCI next says, alright, I'm gonna barricade the door. Not. Oh man. Gets the knock against Mepe. Gets knocked though. Arcus hopping in there. With the flash. And that's it. Don't Panic eliminating Bushido. 2 kills go on the count for TMO. And over here, Code Marco gets down. Goes down against 180R. Team with the kill. Now Don't Panic and 180R holding this compound. Suddenly, there's a lot of action. Now over here, That looked way closer. The heck? Where did he go? That was weird. Initially, it looked like Presenti was just standing right on top of a Falcon player. So let's see. Circle shifted again. Twisted Minds using the ferry again. Most likely with cars. Emergency pickup. 4 Whirlpool Quartz. 180R pushing. Oh, and Flores has a shotgun of his own. Whoa! Flores again! Not see anything. Same goes for Opium Set Kit. And that's it. Well done. Flores takes out 180R, but still has to move into the circle. Here we are. Coming close. I guess they might want to face off against the last remaining player of Don't Panic. This is a desk compound now. I'm not quite sure what it's normally called, but for me, this is a desk compound. Everybody fighting for it, but nobody really winning there. Oh, nice nade against Flores. Blue zone nade coming in, hits him. Good thing he still has his level, his blue zone backpack. Let's found another first aid. Shotty in hand. Flame goes 4G0 though. Please push him now. 480 damage with 4 kills for him. 7 kills for Don't Panic. He's not panicking. He knows their opponent's there. And that's it. Kwansen with the kill. And that means Don't Panic eliminated on rank 14. Almost all teams died in that compound. Lou might be in trouble here. Because as you can see, literally, Larila has taken over a good chunk between him and his teammates. Turks might be out for the count in a few seconds, though. Yeah. Perfectix has found him, and therefore, literally, Larila loses the first play as well. Buddy now with a push, at least trying it. Flashes Lou. Another flash. And Lou is successful with that spray. Almost losing his life though. Needs to jump out. Able to dodge that fight for the second. Tozy unsure if he's still up there, but he's not. Hyper kills himself while also knocking Batu. No, getting knocked by Batu. Mate of his own. Pretty back on his feet. Another blue zone nade. Another nade. This is not looking too good for Lirili Larila. Nice nade by example against against Birdie. There's now the last remaining player. Another nade finds him. Barton with the knock against Sarikatori saying, alright. You guys, you'll get that one. I'm gonna take care of something else. I'm bored. Sparta stealing that kill though. Dozy still waiting for Twisted Minds to make their move in this fight. Timo quite close to Navi. Kartoffel going for the blue chip tower. Uploading the chips of Mitsu and Meisters. And over here, Akatsuki has taken their way in the direction of the Falcons. Chara with a knock against Adrian. Shrimsy over with a re-knock. Uska moving forwards. They really are eliminated perfectly. Finally found Fantuzzi. Not able to get the knock. Blocked from this side with a nice shot. Edgeman down to 10 HP. Not quite sure what they're still doing there. There's a lot of loot. We want that loot. Let's see where the next shift goes to. Or where Twisted Minds wants to go to. I thought with a knock against Perfectix. It's not looking like Akatsuki will make the move in the next few seconds. They are pressured on one side by the BB team, on the other side by the Falcons. Volley's good. Shots coming in. Let's get trouble. Gets knocked by the nade from Kickstart. They're going for the rescue now. Bro, you should close the door. Don't want to tell you how to play this game, but it might have been a wise move. And now he's down as well. Uska, now the last remaining player. Gets the knock against... Oh no, Shrimsy with the knock against Adrian. Well, that backfired. First aid. And they're going for the rest. Has no util. Kick only has flashes. H1 has no util as well, and that just leaves Kickstart. Has no util as well. But he's in there. In the building already. Oh, Kick says, man, I got a shotty. And that's it. Kick with the last kill against Uska. Akatsuki eliminated on rank 12. Means we're down to 11 teams. Circle quite central. Twisted needs to move. Perfectly says, man, I wanted to drive. Twisted move in good position here. Also said. Right there in the flank of Whirlpool's wards. He's crazy. Spray! Not getting the knock there. Barely. But a doozy from the other side is more successful. Leader spotted. Another spray. Another one gets away. While Hive is facing against TMO here. On the roof. Rocks with the Panzer against Medix. Rostos goes down against Spray. And this just leaves empty. And he gets killed by Lucarux from the side there. Leader found, Twisted Minds facing off against the Falcons. Everyone is fighting. Everybody was PUBG fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. It's a little bit frightening, but I did not get a single kill here. Falcons taken out by Batu. He gets a last kill against Tick. Reaching from the scene of the crime. Fairy Tail moving forward says, man, we're gonna push here. Let's see if we can find someone. Ultra South Stuckers lost Mixu. Kraken successful. Meister's now the last remaining player. At least he has some loot. One of the players recalling. Lukarux gets the kill against Accents, which just leaves Feyris as last man for Navi. 0 kills so far for them. Zara would need to move way further before seeing Feyris. When he's here, he most likely might be seen by VP first. Meisters was spotted by Quanson. And that means the Ultrasound Stuckers are eliminated. Over here we have the BB team with the doozy moving forwards. Batu still waiting here. Ability coming out. Fairy Tail's searching for him. And that's it. GG, well played. Annie with the kill against Batu. Besto, though, with the knock against Annie. Very unfortunate. That angle by the BB team. Zara moving forwards. Ferris did retreat, though. He changed his position, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Lukarux. That's the right idea. But unfortunately not the right aim. EB with the MK. My favorite DMR. He has to watch out. Gets tagged there. And EB is able to get the knock-in against Kraken. He has to move. Lukarux gets knocked by Posa. Might be a good game for Furia. 5 kills at the moment, but they are one of the only full teams. Fortunately for them, the BB team is coming in from behind. Schengen and Dante taken out. Beamy and Evie, and that's it for Virtus Pro. Now from behind we can see Doozy and his teammates sneaking in there. Taking a chunk out of Posa, or at least trying to. Oh, nice headshot there. No one spotted Chizura yet. Quentin has a good ridge here he can play. Plus, additionally, a good tree. So good cover for him. But he still has to move with the blue. Same goes for Jizera. Has to move forwards. And over here we have Rox and Schengen. And so far, the south is limited to Hive and Fairy Tail. Fairest, last but not least, for Navi. Right here, behind that tree. Open up his little shield. Spotted by Potter, gets the knock. But gets killed by a doozy. Besto stealing the kill against Quanson. Is there now moving forwards? This last player for Furia. Spotted by Hive there. And some more attacks. This is not looking good for Jizura. And that nade by Rox finishes him off. We're down to 3 teams. Fairy Tail, BB team, and Hive all complete. They might change though. But then he just knocked Annie. Right side not really willing to move. He needs to move fast though. And he's able to do so. You had to use the car. Unfortunately, that meant this car will not be usable any longer. This has lost all its size as well, so it will be hard for Fairy Tail to move out of this compound. The team and Hive will just check out each other over the ridges. Everything's depending on where the circle shifts next. Schengen over here. Together with Rox, Dante, and Presenti. Presenti has all the knowledge above the south of the circle. At least of most of the positions of Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail most likely will not be able to move like they want to. And as you can see, this roughly will be, well, this roughly will be the part which will be played by Hive after this shift. Schengen will move in that direction. Same goes for Presenti. So they can have cover. Otherwise, they couldn't play here because it's too open to the hall, to the warehouse. BB team just can stay where they are. And same goes for Fairy Tail. They still have this part of the compound. So there won't be any real movement till phase 8. At least that's what I would predict. I might be wrong though. Moving forwards here. Dante with a knock against the doozy. I'm totally wrong in my thoughts, it seems. He has a molly. 6 flashes and 8 smokes. I'm not quite sure why he's pushing. Without any useful offensive I'm missing it. Any useful offensive stuff. And Besto will not peek over the... He will not run over the ridge. He'll stay behind it so he can fall back. Which means Rox is just stuck there. I'm moving forwards. More cover for Ermuk and Molodok. Utility was the word I was searching for. Don't really have offensive utility. If Schengen would have given him his nade, that would have been a different thing. Presenti is now in trouble as well. He still has a bit of way to move up to his teammates. Rox finally with a knock against Besto. Flash coming out. Ermac loses a big chunk of life as well. Molly in the wrong direction. Don't confuse that one with one direction. That nade wasn't too bad. Hive pushing forwards. Oh, that Molly almost burned his hair off. Ermac with Panther in hand. Besto will move over the ridge. Still have another ridge here. Ermac says, man, give me your vest. I don't need it. Take my vest. I'm gonna use a Panzer play. I'm gonna be a Panther hero. Oh, C4 play. Alright. I see what you did there. Suicide by car. Schengen knock. Presenti dead. Molotov unfortunately not as well. Usually moving forward, just runs right into rocks, and that's it. GG, well played. BB team eliminated on rank 3. Hive in trouble now, though. Because from the side, it's Fairy Tale moving up. And that's it. GG, well played. Winner chicken dinner. Fairy Tale does it again. This time only with 4 kills, though. Hive with 9 takes home the kill crown from this match. 2,260.99 damage. Most assists by Furia with 8. We're gonna hop over for a quick break before we will return with the last match of the evening. Another one on our angle. See you soon. And we are back with match number 6. Even it still says match number 5. It should change now. There we go. Let's hop over. Another one in the books. 2 teams dropped on Novo again. Because our flight pass is quite almost identical to the one we had before. Lively, Larila, and Verpelsworth. Then we have BB team going in the direction of Milta Power-ish. Milta being played by the Ultra South Stuckers. TMO going for the Ferry PS split with Justus going for the yellows. Or not. Getting the car away from Saucid, who has one of his own though. Then we have Navi with the usual split. Twist is taking a car. Maybe going for the Povka most likely. That would be their current usual spot. Circle shifts quite central. Good position for Furia and the players from Don't Panic. Then we have 180R with the Runes Boatyard split. Severny and shooting range, as well as this little compound played by VP. Over there we have Fairy Tale Falcons over here with the Georgia Pole close to Zarki split by Kickstart. South George being played by Akatsuki. Hive with the Gatka surrounding compound split. Pachinki played by Eternal Fire. And last but not least, we have Bushido over here with the Hall of Fame Shelter new compound split-ish. And that means this is match number 6, but I didn't tell you what the map looks like. And that's something we'll change now, because there's no real trouble anywhere, I guess. So we'll have some time, and that means we'll hop over to the leaderboard. If we have some action, I'll hop back. But as you can see, Fairytale taking over the lead with 63 points. 47 by Navi, 43 by Twisted Minds. Not quite sure if this is correct. Let me see. Oh, it is correct. Yeah, we had 49 earlier. So 47 for Navi, 43 for Twisted, 41 for Bushido, 39 for Furia. Then we have 39 as well for Hive, 36 for Virtus Pro, 28 for the Falcons, 27 for the BB team, 25 for Don't Panic, 19 for Verpelsworth, 17 for Akatsuki, 13 for the Misov, 12 for Larila, 10 for the Ultra South Stuckers, 9 for 180R, and last but least, as well, 9 points for Eternal Fire. And we'll hop back into the match, because we are still a go-go, and we still haven't lost a player yet. As you can see, still 68 players alive. First teams are making their moves in the direction of the circle, which are, in this case, Virtus Pro. Rexy says, man, let me check if there's someone there. Spoiler alert, there's no one there. EB says, well, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. If there's someone there, I'm gonna bait him out. Look, we're still shooting. While we have the red zone. Right here on good old Rojok and school, as well as apps. Oh, Navi coming in. Quite sure if this is the best position to stop. Especially if there's the red zone, but you do you guys. Ooh. Looks like Fairest. Might have taken scope or something. While we see the red zone doing its damage, let's check out if there's any new movement. There's a lot of movement, but nothing so far substantial. I might find some friends with the Ultra South Stuckers. Celtic with the knock against Pufax. Job coming close as well. Bay says, alright, I'm gonna breach this. Run, boy, run. You might find a kill here. Run, boy, run. They're trying to stop you. In hand. Bit too far to the right. Bit too short. Spray comes out. Almost. Celtic again with the knock against Kartoffel this time. Stop. They're trying to go for the flush. Rosberg. In trouble. Gets knocked by Pufax. They're trying to go for the drive-by and is successful. Mixu, on the other hand, is almost successful as well. Celtic coming over the ridge. Spotted by Mixu, but Mixu gets floored. Akatsuki is eliminated. Pufax already did disconnect. Says, man, I don't want to play this. I don't care. I don't want to come back. Ooh, nice hit against Medbay. Unfortunately for Meisters, that was only a body shot. Oh, that nade wasn't too bad. A bit too far. Oh, that one is better. That one is the best. That was a wasted shot, bro. Here's the Hawk. Not to shoot against Matt Bay. To kill Celtic. Sometimes, man. Sometimes those players. Lou has to reload. After that, this will be the end for Meisters. Kill goes to Lou. Celtic with the kill against Mixu. Medbay might be able to go for the race if he would have some heal. But unfortunately, he is out of it. That means he will most likely hide in this little shaggy with that Panzer. And wait for Twisted to kill Celtic. Temple has found him. Flush is confirmed. There are more fights now. Schengen knocked by Eternal Fire. Nedex. Gets a kill against Xerox while Sparta gets knocked. Might be flushed by... I guess that's Navi, yeah. Justus spotted by Purdy. And he gets a knock out of the driving car. Empty. Trying to go for the race here. Took the chip and will try to go for the race. Just getting away there as fast as possible. What's coming out? But he's seemingly able to get away. Almost lost his front tire. More shots, but he dodges it fine. Catch up to Nedex. Center of the circle is quite full. We have almost no one in the north. Is he running over the mat? That just happened. He lets the coach drive. It's almost Dach driving. Dach style driving. Empty quite close to rocks here. Grimsby gets knocked by Akeem. Over here. Not looking too good for the Falcons. Tiggleton. Now the last man standing for them. I guess that was a worthy bridge camp by 180R. Opium. Oh, that's just mean. Opium Sat Kit using the utility throw to kill Kick. Now the question is, will Tick just rotate on a different way into the circle? Are we coming close here? Something with Panzer in hand. Ample with the knock against Melman. That happened over range, most likely. Swash confirmed by Hakatory. I might be a bit furious now. This is BRDM. Knife nade against Lou. Really should get out of the BRDM now. Oh, nice spray by Reezy. This just leaves one, which is Perfectix. Well, now he takes out one half of Furia. Perfectix says, man, I'm gonna dodge this. Hop over to Don't Panic against Virtus Pro. Oh, nice nade by Tarkus against EB, which just leaves Corexi. The nades. 3 of them. Holy smokes. Killing EB rather than killing his opponents. Coming in from behind. Just a bit further. Just a bit further. As they're coming. Glorious. Not good enough, and that's it. VP eliminated on rank 15. Don't Panic. Taking hold of Rojok. Tick now getting back into the circle. In the north. The only player in the north. Keep it going for the rest here. Might find a new friend with Sixth Razor. Wanted to go for the race as well. Getting Melman back now is taking care of prison. Tactics still looting over here. Searching for his fallen comrades and loot. So being followed by 180R, taking over the hill. Formerly played by Na'Vi before they breached. At least momentarily played by them. BB team will just stay here. In the back we can see Lila. That's by Aramak. He said, man, there's someone there, and they're shooting at me. How mean. Perfectix has found Medbay. And as you can see, those are the remaining 3 players of Bushido just coming back. None of them has a weapon. Crossbrook has found one. Tactics now still looting. Yeah, he just landed right on top of the bodies of Bushido. So they couldn't land at their bodies and lose themselves. But it's a 3 against 1 situation for them. But there wouldn't be shots from behind them. Bila. Fortunately for him, Breezy is getting breached by the BB team. And Mark spotted. Nice try. Now, with the kill against CCI next, taking over this compound. Bit of retribution for the Falcons. Right. Not too bad. Really hate Flores. Gonna stay with Tick for a second. Tarkus jumping through the window. In for Flores. Nice try. By Tick. Shots against Global Army gets a knock. Unfortunately, eliminated by Global Army. He shot against the gas can. That would have been maybe the kill. Razor. Feeler flushed. Crazy knocked. Someone coming back. With a knock against Annie. Kill stolen by Farius though. B team taking care of that compound. Now push from 180R against Furia. That nade might be gold. And it is. The heal. Well, the nade will kill Possum. Coming in from behind the mat. Might have the right idea. Good enough for the kill. Almost good enough for the knock. One more. That's not where I wanted to go. Clown face. Freaking made his way to the next wooden shack. Not really sure where to go. There's eliminated. I'm the last remaining player for Whirlpool Sports. He has to get out of the car. Not looking too good for him. Don't panic against Eternal Fire. Turkish Brotherhood is in shambles. So only one player left for Eternal Fire, which is CCI next. Spotted. Most likely dead, yes. Shot out of the air. Queppa gets the kill, don't panic. Eliminated on rank 12. And it seems you lost Kraken again as well. But killing Rocks Dante with the kill against Hyper and Fantoli. Dante found by Besto. They're going for the rest, but the BB team is coming in from behind. That smoke might have cost Lirila their life. Theoretically, without that smoke, BB team wouldn't have known where they were. Perfectix eliminated by Crossberg, which means Twisted Minds out on rank number 10. Edix and Sparta still alive for TMO. One kill for them so far. Akatari gets a kill against Crossberg. And this will be interesting over here. Spotted. Up and knocked. 30. No trouble. Goes for the flush to at least take one more point with him. Nedex and Sparta take out Lirili Larila. At least they let Purdy flush a doozy, which is in their favor. I mean, one opponent less for them. 1 point less for them. But if you have to face off against a full team, you're happy that there's one player missing. Nice tech against Ermark. Play against Besto. And he's out of the car. Count Marco with a knock against Sparta. Nate against Besto is a bit too far. Good direction though. It's now the last remaining member. Timo gets the knock against Ermark. Against Besto as well. 2 more kills for him. If he's lucky. Thought that Molodok will go for the Bayerist. With the knock against Brightside. Molodok gets a kill against Nedex, and that means TMO are out. Purple Swartz eliminated as well. Manman found by Quetba. Remark eliminated. Molodok not able to help Besto. Just easy with the kill against him. Molodok with a double knock against Easy and Court Marco. Now going for the push. Says, alright, I'm gonna one-way the for you. One HP remains. And that nade is enough. Shoving the UAZ right in his face. Hey, one was enough. April, last remaining player for Fairy Tale. Trying to retreat as far away as possible from Theorist. 1 versus 4 versus 4. Navi, Eternal Fire, and 100 ADR still full. 100 ADR, we're only second to last. With 9 points. They are almost doubling their points with this match. Currently they are at 8 points in this match, considering they have 4 kills and have at least 4 placement points. The match has found Fubuki. They took out. That means they are left with 3 players. Navi so far with the best position. Worst position for Eternal Fire, who still have to move into the circle. And April might be the deciding factor against Eternal Fire. If 180R is not able to find him first. I have seen Code Marco. Oh, playing in the other direction. Team Sad Kid with a knock. Is he almost knocked the ball? Nate by Quetba. Navi coming in from behind now. So with the P90 in hand. Oh, that didn't hit. Nate. Still alive somehow. Gets a knock against Quetba. The Matt finds him. That's it for him. Gets knocked as well. He's now the last remaining player for Eternal Fire. Going for the race on Quetba. It's the only chance. This might well be the chicken dinner for Navi. Oh, wonderful molly, and that hits perfectly. Holy sh... Yeah, that almost is enough to kill easy. Stop, drop, and roll if you're on fire. That's right in his face. HG in his face. That should be it for him. And it is. GG, well played. While April is spotted as well. By accidents. And that's it. April kills himself with his nade. And that's it. GG, well played. Winner, chicken dinner. Navi with 12 kills. They might take over that chicken dinner position from Fairy Tail. We'll see if it was enough. Or if Fairy Tail had enough points to sustain their first place. 12 kills for Navi with 2,351.91 damage and 9 assists. Fairy Tail, 1 point. Plus 6 for placement means 7 points in total. They had 63 prior, which means they have 70 points now. Navi, 22. They had 47 first after match 5, which means 69. So, Fairy Tail wins this by 1 point. And even though... Oh, well, no. Yeah, even though they would have won anyway, even if Navi had killed April, because they had less kills. Eternal Fire with 12 kills on rank 3 gets 17 points. They had... Let me check. Where are they? Hello? Oh, they were on last place with 9 points. So they almost tripled their points. That means 26 in total, rising up the ranks almost to rank 12. Then we have 100 ADR. They had 5 prior, get another 4 for placement, means 9 points. They have 18 points in total, so they'll stay behind Eternal Fire. But they might take over the Ultra South Stackers, who only got 2 points. They had 10 points prior, means 12. Larila had 12, getting 6 points, means 18 points for them. The Miss-Off with 13 gets 5 points for placement and another one for... 1 point for placement and 5 kills. That's their only placement point they got today. So they have 19 points in total. Akatsuki had 17. Getting only 1 means 18, so they'll still stay behind the Miss-Off. Then we have... I'm completely bamboozled now. 5 points for Bad Boom Team with their additional 4 placement points means 9, so they have 36. Purple Swords with 5 points means they have... No, my fault. Bad Boom Team gets 8 points. So they have 35, not 36. Purple Swords gets 5 points. So they have 24 points in total. We had the Miss-Off and Larila. Bushido gets 4 points for kills. No placement means 45. Twisted Minds with 5 points, getting 48 in total. Hive with 3 points means 42 in total. Don't Panic with 5 means they have 30 in total. Furia without kills means they'll still stay at their 39 points in total. Team Falcons getting another one. It means 29 points in total. Virtus Pro with 4 means they have... Well, there they are. 40 points in total. The Ultra South Stackers with 2 means 12 points in total. And Akatsuki, like I said, 1 point means 8 in total. Let's see if we have an updated leaderboard. Should be fine. Yeah, there we go. And there you can see the complete results. Fairy Tail taking the win home with 70 points. 69 for Navi on second. 48 points for third. The guys from Twisted Minds. 45 points for Bushido on 4. 42 for Hive on 5. 40 for Virtus Pro on 6. Then we have 39. 1 point less for Furia on 7. The BB team on rank 8 with 35 points. 30 points for Don't Panic on 9. Then we have 29 points for the Falcons on rank 10. 26 points for Eternal Fire on 11. Purple Swords taking home 24 points, so double their place, which is 12. The Miss-Off with 19 points on 13. 1 point less for 180R with 14. 1 point tied with Akatsuki and Liri Lila with the same points on rank 15 and 16. Last but not least, the Ultra South Stuckers with 12 points. And that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and I'll see you again maybe tomorrow. If the lobby is good, I might cast it again, depending on my time. And also depending on if Mark and Gibbs will not be here or someone else covering it in English. Otherwise, I will do it. And we'll see you again tomorrow or in the future. Most likely next week. Let's see. I hope you have an enjoying evening, and I'll see you again soon. I'll rate you over to someone else. Let's see who's there, and if you have any suggestions, feel free to shoot them in the chat. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening.